I'm here today with the Rayneo Air 4 Pros and I can't wait to test these out. I've tested a couple of Rayneos before and also some other different brands, Future and X-Real. So let's see what this is like after we unbox it. So nice little box here. You can open this up and then we got this very space age looking box right in there. So very cool. Okay, so it opens up, and one thing about Rayneos, you do get a very cool carrying case with these. Very nice soft case, and in this case that's the same thing. You have a nice little button here, so you can close that and open it very easily. And let's see what we have. So the glasses, okay, so a little bit bulky, a little bit more bulky than my X-Real 1S is, but still very, very nice. And Rayneo also has these cool glasses on the front, so it's not like a pair of glasses, this is really on top of there. So as you can see, I think that looks pretty cool. Let me see how these look. So quite comfortable, quite light as well, so that's nice. And you do get a completely black guard for these, so you can put that on. And then you have a completely dark space when you're like working or gaming or that sort of thing. Normally they tint a little bit black, but I think having something like this on there is very nice as well. And then of course a nice cable in there with one hooked side that looks right behind your ear, like so. A nice little tab on there so you can keep everything together. And then the normal side over here. So that's pretty nice too. And then you can plug this into any USB-C device that supports video out over USB-C, so most laptops, and of course my Samsung phone here, the S25 Ultra. So I'm going to use this. It should immediately start Samsung DeX, so we can go into here and see what that looks like. And then of course have the little pull tabs here on the eyepieces, where the video out comes from. So let's remove that. And now we should be good to go. So, okay, let's see what this baby does. Oh yeah, so I immediately have some Samsung DeX here, right when I open this up. So you can just start using this right out of the box. It's a little bit light, I can still see like the camera, but I can still see a little bit of a glossy finish over there, but especially when I look at my video light, then I can't really read the text anymore. So if you have a bright background or like a window that's open with the sun coming through, then it's a little bit hard to see. But let's see what modes we have here. We have a couple of buttons. So a mode button right there, and then another. Oh, here's the brightness on this side, as you can see. So that's a separate little button there. So let's see what happens when I push that. Okay, yeah, so the screen becomes a little bit brighter. The opacity remains the same, but the screen gets just a little bit brighter when I push that. So that's also something to consider. Let me just show you what I'm seeing here. So I'm going to put up a screen. Of course, it's not the real thing, but I'm going to put up a screen there. So I can change the brightness here. It just becomes a little bit darker. And then I have a button here. I can move through the modes with these buttons right here on the side and choose between 60 Hz and 120 Hz, SDR, AI, HDR, and HDR10. And the cool thing with Samsung DeX is you can use your phone here as a controller, but you can also like connect a Bluetooth keyboard and Bluetooth mouse to this, so you can easily work on this. And we can open like different tabs here, and I can just do my research with this, or I can open like a productivity app, something like Trello, and move that over to the left side or to the bottom. And I can have multiple windows open. So with these glasses and a lot of other brands, the thing here is you have like a decent sized screen, right? But when you move your head, the screen also moves with you. So when I'm looking at the camera here, for example, and I move a little bit around, I can see that screen moving with me. It's always in my vision, but that also makes it a little bit hard to see the complete edges. So especially the right and left bottom edges are a little bit difficult to see. Now when you're gaming, that's not a problem at all here, because you're just watching what's happening in front of you in your vision, and then your peripheral vision can definitely see like the HUD options on the left bottom, that sort of thing. So there isn't really an issue there if you use this as like your main screen with gaming or watching a movie even. Everything is happening in the center, a little bit around the sides, but nothing right in the bottom corner, right? Like I have my icons there, and when I need to navigate there, I really have to move my glasses a little bit further down my nose to be able to see that. So for productivity and work, these aren't my favorite, but they're very clear here. I can see everything, so that's really, really nice. And you can connect these to any USB-C video output device, right? Like your Steam Deck, your laptop, your phone, that sort of thing. So you can game on your phone, look at this, and you have a massive screen here. It simulates a little bit, it's a little bit on distance, a little bit like a 201-inch screen right in front of you. So I think that's really, really nice here. And it's very budget friendly, so perhaps it's not the best for productivity, but I think at this price point with HDR10 or AI HDR, as they put it, I think it's a really good steal here, a really good deal. So I think these were the first that featured HDR10 compatibility. So in that regard, they were a little bit more expensive when they came out, but right now these are a steal at a very good price. So I think if you really want to game in HDR, I think that's a very, very nice, and it supports 120 Hz refresh rate, so great for gaming as well here again. I think that's great for Steam Deck, the ROG or the Nintendo Switch, in any gaming device with video out over USB-C. I think that's a really good pair here. So you can change the brightness right here in the menu. You can change a little bit the way you want to see the color scheme, so you can change the colors to a little bit more blue, a little bit more red. So you have a lot of options here, and the audio comes from a Bang & Olufsen Temple speakers right here. You can hear them when you're next to someone, but it's not that loud. It's still really, really directed towards your ear. I don't think if you don't put the volume really, really way up, you won't disturb the person sitting next to you in the plane, for example. I think you can definitely do that, but you could also just connect some Bluetooth headphones and then use those for the audio. I think because it was the first of its kind with HDR10 and it's a little bit older now, it delivers the picture quality that, well, the competitors have at maybe costing 50% or even 100% more, and so it's a really good deal here. Now one issue I have is you only have the one mode where you see a little bit through it. You can make it a little bit lighter if you want to see something that's going on beside you. So you have that one mode, but you can put on these, and then it becomes a little bit darker. So if here, for example, in my studio situation, I think that's a lot better. It reduces my eye strain when I use this, because the screen is now a lot more clear. Of course, I have a lot of bright lights here in the studio, so putting these on, it's a little bit more than just sunglasses, and when I take them off, now it's more a little bit like a pair of sunglasses that I have on, so I still see bright lights, I still see things behind it. So they came out with this right in the kit, so you don't have to buy this separately. I think that's a very good move from Rayneo. So a very nice pair of glasses. I really like these for the price that they have. They're still very comfortable, but the gripe I have with it is they have no 3DOF, right? So no space anchoring. My favorite pair is the X-Real 1S right now, and I can anchor my screen. And for working, I think that's really, really nice. Now what that means is I can put the screen over there, and then when I look away, it stays there. And I just see half of it if it's outside of my glasses range, right? And then when I move back to look at it, then it's still right there. Now this allows me to work a little bit easier because I can really look into the corners, because the corners stay there, and I can just move my head like I would normally with a laptop screen. And with this, I really have to move my eyes to be able to see like the size of the screen. That's a little bit getting used to, and it also gives me a little bit more strain. Now, one advantage I think here with the Bang & Olufsen speakers is that they're not that loud and you won't disturb anyone, but it's also like a weakness that they have, because it is a low speaker volume. If you really want to get into games, I think it's a good idea to use headphones as well. But for like in a train, or when you're traveling in an airplane, I think not disturbing your neighbors, I think that's a good thing. So maybe for some it's a little bit too soft, but for most situations I think it's perfect. And like I said, you just have the one setting, so you don't have extra dimming that you can do to make it a little bit darker, just with this that came with it, to make it completely dark. So there's no different modes here, while most of the competitors have different modes. Now, in all honesty, I only use one mode most of the time, the darkest mode, and I think this is comparable to like the darkest mode of the actual S1s. Or 1Ss, sorry. So perhaps you don't even notice it, but some might use that, and it's called the electrochromic dimming. That's what it's called, electrochromic. That's that the electricity here, that you can digitally change the glasses opacity. So they don't have that. That might be a main selling point for some of the competitors, but most of you won't even notice it and just will use one of those settings anyway. I think they fit quite well for my nose. You don't have any additional feet, so it's just the feet that came with it, and these are like the medium that other brands offer, but they also offer S's and L's most of the time. So all of these glasses fit me with an M setting anyway, so I don't use these additional feet. But if you have other pairs of glasses and you switch to the S's or the L's, then you might have an issue with them sliding down your face. They are very light, however. They're only like 79 grams, so I can wear these for quite some time without them getting like too heavy on my nose or anything, and also don't feel like the strain here on the cable behind my ear, so they fit me quite well. So all in all, for the price, I think they're great. If you're just going for image quality at this price, these can't be beat. They don't have the most features, and the app is a little bit buggy, but you're probably never going to use it anyway, because they're, well, you can use them right out of the box with your phone, with your Steam Deck, that sort of thing. So I don't think that you'll use that much. And they have a very cool, like, rimless glasses here, which looks quite futuristic. So I think a very nice pair of glasses for this price point, and I hope this video has helped you make your choice.